everybody, the History Guy here. I know it has been a while without much in terms of gaming videos, but I am back to it. September and October, as I've mentioned, if you followed this channel, are my busy months where I'm traveling and speaking in schools all over America for Rachel's Challenge. So it's difficult for me to get a lot of gaming videos done. I hope you're enjoying some of my videos from locations of historical significance as I travel. Just actually got back last night from Dallas, and I'm going to be heading back to Texas on Monday to Amarillo and north of Amarillo, Texas, and then to southern Indiana before a week-long trip to northern Nevada. And I will have my computer along with me for that trip because I'll have plenty of time to be working on videos there. So you should see more videos, gaming videos coming in the coming days. Real quick, I just want to touch on those of you who really enjoyed my first video in the World of Ice and Fire, playing on the mod for Mount and Blade Warband. As someone mentioned in the comment section, there is indeed a 2.0 coming out for that mod, and it's actually coming out in a few days. So I've held off on making any more videos until I can get that 2.0. So appreciate your patience there. It's time to dive back into the Union campaign. We are in the build-up coming up to the Battle of Stones River. So right now what we've got is Parker's Crossroads. We can take 10 brigades. Here's what I've chosen to take into this one. I'm actually only taking one battery of artillery just because there's a lot of woods here, and I think artillery is going to be largely useless in this battle. So I want to go infantry, taking all of my patrons' brigades here, Paper Collar, Hampton's Legion, O'Hare's Ohio Brigade, and of course John Brown's Barkers, who now have 20-pound Parrots. I thought you might appreciate that. Having those bigger guns now that I'm able to field a full battery of those, they should be able to cause some really good damage in the coming battles where I can make use of those. I am not taking supplies because I actually have supplies given to me in this battle. So let's go ahead and dive in. And while we're doing that, I want to just throw a quick shout out and a thank you to a couple of my patrons who are at the $5 a month level. Andreas Eriksson, and I hope I'm pronouncing these right, Kai Georg Haller. If I am not, please let me know so I can pronounce that correctly. I don't want to mess that up. So I thank you guys very much for your support. I know you've been with this channel for a long time, and I've really enjoyed having the chance to talk to you guys. So appreciate that, and I'll be giving shout-outs in the coming days to some of my other patrons as well. If you want to look into being a part of that, just check out the link below. Let's go ahead and dive into Parker's Crossroads. I do not have all of my brigades at once, but I'm really not going to need them. There's 23,500 up against less than half of that. So I should be good. We start out, so as you can see here, we start out with 6 of our brigades. I'll get 3 more as well as artillery in a little while here. And I believe they're going to come from up here. So I can actually basically just kind of form a nice defensive line somewhere because I'm not sure where he comes from. And then I'll bring in my reinforcements, we'll take the objective, and all will be right with the world. So let's go ahead and kind of start doing this. I'm going to break off some skirmishers just because, like I said, I don't really remember where the attack comes from. It may come from basically all sides. I really don't know. So I'm actually going to grab some of these skirmishers and put them out here kind of on the outside. No, I don't want that there too. Alright, so let's see. Put 2 of them there. I'm going to put 3 down here on this edge. Get everybody in a position. Let's get these supplies out of there. Of course, giving up the objective here is meaning that if he takes it, he's going to have a source of supply. But yeah, that's just the price you have to pay. I think in the long run, it's the way to go. So actually, I need somebody over here. Not entirely sure why that's happening like that. There we go. Alright, so I don't know how this is all going to go down. But we're just going to kind of hang tight until the rest of my force arrives and I can bring them in from over here. Looks like so far he's making this easy on me. He's got some artillery up here, but that's not a huge deal. There's some guys down here. So honestly, I think all I'm going to do once I get my reinforcements is I'll bring them down from here. Maybe I'll open this flank up and just kind of make this line extend into the fortifications. But this is one of those battles where I'm really not going to try to press it. I'm not going to try to inflict huge casualties on him just because I don't know how he's got his army set up. Lots of skirmishers he's got out there, and that's always cause for concern when he's engaging with a lot of skirmishers. But so far it seems to be working out okay. I'm not sure at what point I get those reinforcements, or even if I get... You know, this might be one of those funny battles where you have to take the objective in order to get the reinforcements. So if that's the case, I may have to move out here and grab that objective. We'll find out. I'll give it a little more time. But if it doesn't appear like those skirmishers are coming, I'm going to probably have to jump out there and take the objective. I'll let it go down to like 130. Oh boy. Alright, Ferguson. Turn your flank. Where are those guys going? Alright. Alright, I'm getting the impression that my reinforcements are not coming unless I grab the objective. So let's go ahead and just move forward and do that. He's only got 10,000 men. I've got that many, almost that many coming in my reinforcements. There we go. Let's see if that triggers the reinforcements. Turn Shaw. Alright, maybe not. Maybe it's just at 1.5 hours that they come. Here they come. Okay. That's right, it works out just fine this way. I'm just going to let Shaw kind of hold his own here. I'll shift Paper Collar over here fairly soon, but I want to get these guys down first. Alright, there's a brigade right there. I got 2 Shaws. That's awesome. Wow, this guy's getting tore up right now because he's up against some skirmishers. Alright, I'm going to throw him into these fortifications. He's got most of his force right up in here. Alright, let's get John Brown's Barkers online here, see what they can do. Even from a distance. 15 kills in the first volley, that's not bad. See, this is just one of those trap battles that I just really don't like. Because of the layout, because of the forces that he has, even though I've got a numerical advantage. Looks like he's shifted most of his force over this way, so I'm going to send these skirmishers up here just to keep an eye out there, because I know he's got at least a battery up there. And then I'll shift my main force over. These guys probably don't need to stay here. Alright, I'm going to bring Ferguson over. I'm going to shift Paper Collar up to those fortifications. If he doesn't have anything else over here, I need to go get this battery. Alright, that battery's done for. Bring these skirmishers over now. Alright, this one's, I mean, clearly it's in hand. He's not going to take the objective. It's really just deciding what do I want to do here. Do I want to push this, or do I just kind of stay back and stay content with what I've already done? He's only got 9,000 men. I've lost, what, 1,100? He's lost about 1,500. I think those will only shift more in my favor as the battle wears on. Going to move Hampton's Legion out of these fortifications. Let's bring Ferguson over, because I think there's nothing over here but skirmishers. If I'm not mistaken, this is probably the historic Orphan Brigade right here. I know the 5th Kentucky was in the Orphan Brigade, so I'm assuming these other ones were as well. What do these guys have? Springfield 1855. Yeah, their melee is not real great. All right, he's starting to run out of the ability to put up a fight. Casualties are starting to mount up on his side. Got him really kind of bottled up in here. This is nice. I got to shift Hampton to keep an eye on 31st Alabama. Alright, we'll go ahead and speed this thing up to the end. I think we're pretty well there now. It's just, Getting flanked. Let's back up. Alright, we just eliminated one of his units over here. It's all over, as they say, except the final score. Yeah, he's down to just 7,000 men. I could, if this is one of those battles where it allows it to continue, I could press for annihilation here. I don't think I will. I'm not sure there's a lot to be gained by that. I'm going to be pretty content to keep things where they are and get myself refit and ready to go for Stones River. Okay. So let's see how this one ends up. So McClellan versus Nathan Bedford Forrest. Significant advantage. I lost just over 2,000 men. He lost 3,800. So obviously with a big advantage like that, you would think that the casualties would not be that close, but just the nature of this battle kind of makes it a tricky one. That's why I wasn't willing to kind of keep it going any longer than I had to. Really nothing major here as far as what I gained, what I captured, what I lost. No officers lost, so that's good. So a little experience gained. And what we're sitting at now is $277,000, 43,000 available troops. Obviously, lots of reputation. I'm going to need to spend at least some of that. Plus, let's see, 65,000 men in my army. So I could field, in theory, over 100,000 men. Of course, in reality, it's not going to be that many just because of the cost of things. But let's take a look and see what his force looks like going into Stones River, and that'll give me kind of a starting off point for how it's going to build. So he's got 57,000. So right now, if I just go in with my army as constituted, I've already got about a 17,000 man advantage, plus I'm fighting on the defensive. So yeah, I feel pretty good about this. So I'm going to play with this a little bit. I'm not entirely sure how much I want to build up my army, again, just because of the scaling. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I will be recording a number of videos this weekend while I'm home. But there'll probably be at least a little bit of time in between when this one gets uploaded and when I start working on Stones River. So there is some time to kind of hear your thoughts about how you think I should be building my army and setting up my defense for Stones River. As always, thank you guys so much for supporting this channel, even in times like now where I'm not able to do a lot of videos. I promise more are coming. And as I said, just thank you so much for all your support. Appreciate that. Please keep those comments coming. I love having conversation with you all about history, about strategy, about gaming. And we will see you next time with the Battle of Stones River.